All right, thank you back. We are back with Bright Brothers talking about how to properly clean gutters. And so in this case, we obviously have 2-story gutters in here. And so, you think gutter cleaning and easy, scoop it out, put it in a bucket, you're done, right? That's not how we do it at Bright Brothers. We do an inspection, so we do a visual inspection. We check for pitch. We actually put a garden hose in it and see where the water's flowing. We check for leaks. So we do a visual inspection. So we're gonna jump into this. So how do you eat a whale, right? We always say one bite at a time. So you might get on some of these big projects and you're like overwhelmed. You're looking at these jobs and you're like, holy moly, how am I gonna do this in one day, right? You just gotta get started, right? Put that one foot in front of the other, but have a plan of attack. So I always like to walk the job site so I know what's going on. So when I get to a job, I back my truck in, I get my hoses lined up to where I'm gonna run it. And we talked about it earlier, where do you start, right? The furthest spot from the truck so you can work your way back to the truck. That way the hose is already there, it's easy to roll up. You can roll it up while you're working your way around the house. So when you get to a job site, just determine how you're going to execute the plan, what ladders you're going to need on the job. We always say no smoking on job sites. If you smoke, go out towards the truck, towards the road, right? You can do a smoke break there. Cell phones are to stay in the truck. Unless you're a lead tech and you need it on there, you take pictures on your phone, that's completely fine. We just ask that you don't answer the phone. Yo, what's up, man? You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. But keep that stuff in the truck. That way it doesn't get wet either. But again, if you have it for taking pictures, that's fine. And some tools you're going to need for cleaning out gutters are going to be your garbage bags. So we use the 5-gallon type bags. They're the heavy duty ones. I also sometimes will have a 5-gallon bucket. So when you go up the ladder, you can just put a 5-gallon bucket and then dump it in your bag at the bottom, whichever's easier for you.
Okay.
We're gonna have a garden hose with our tips. We have an extension pole with what we call a gutter. I think it's, what is that, a gutter hog? It's a gutter hog.
Yeah.
And it's basically got like a little shovel on the end of it, and it screws onto your gutter pole, and you can reach out. So if you put your ladder up in between a 20-foot run, you can reach out and start scooping it, and then you turn it and it pushes it underneath the rungs, and then you just keep pushing it towards us. It's a pretty nice tool. That way you don't have to move the ladder 100 times and do every 2 feet. That pole, you can really scoop it towards you for long reaches. Also, when you have pergolas over a back deck and you can't get to that gutter, that's where that extension pole will come in.
Okay.
So sometimes you gotta get creative. So getting to a job site, right? Find the best place to park your truck. Assistant tech finds and hooks up the water to the water pipe, then get set up. So like we did today, you get the truck set up, you get your water, that's your lifeline, so always get water hooked up. Make sure they turn it on. I've done it before where I get to the job site and I'm talking and I'm like,